So you're finally ready to shoot your music video, but are you sure that you have everything you need? Only one way to find out is to watch this video. What's up everyone, it's your music video maven Gabby, and welcome back to the Musicians Prime YouTube channel, the #1 place for musicians to learn how they can leverage their careers with video. If you're new around here, this YouTube channel talks all about the aspects of music video that you need to know, from planning to filming to editing and promoting. So if this kind of content interests you, consider subscribing. One of the most crucial components to shooting a great music video is making sure that you have everything you need and everything planned ahead of time. And I find this important to address because one of the main concerns I hear from musicians is time. How much time am I gonna have to take to put this all together, and what do I need to have prepared ahead of time? So that's exactly what I'm gonna get into in today's video. So first, you're gonna wanna make sure that you have enough time set to shoot. With filming, I usually recommend about 4 to 8 hours. Sometimes longer if you plan on doing like a big shoot with a lot of scenes and a lot of people in them. I say minimum 4 hours, just because, you know, especially if you're gonna be filming by yourself, you have to set up all the shots, you know, making sure everything's in the right place. You also wanna make sure you have enough time to get multiple shots of things just in case something doesn't work out. Or for example, if you play an instrument like me that requires you to take shots that involve fingers, you wanna make sure all the fingers are in the right place. Also wanna make sure like facial expressions look nice and happy, you don't look like you're tired and you're dead. So you wanna make sure that you have enough time to get everything that you possibly need in. I always say err on the side of having more time to shoot, because worst case scenario, if you book too much time, then you know you get the rest of the day free, or then you know you have more time to shoot other things that didn't work as well, or maybe you want to redo. Because if you don't have enough time to shoot all your shots, that's not gonna make for a very fun shoot. If you go back and review the shots and find out that some of the shots didn't work out the way you wanted them to, well, there's nothing you can do unless you reschedule more time to have to shoot them again, which again, that eats more time. So make sure you plan for ample enough time. If you need to do it on multiple days, do that as well if you know you can't get it done all in one day. So just plan your time accordingly. Also, if you're gonna film your video outside, you wanna make sure you're checking the weather at least a week ahead of time to make sure you're not getting rained on, there's not gonna be any like super gusty winds, or there's gonna be nothing outside that Mother Nature is gonna make more problematic for you. Because there's nothing worse where you plan out the perfect day of shoot and then you find out there's gonna be a thunderstorm the next day. So you wanna make sure that you plan accordingly with that. Another thing that you're gonna wanna consider if you're shooting outdoors is the time of day as well, just because the lighting obviously looks better in certain parts of the day than others. Obviously, when you're considering your location, make sure it has good lighting, but there's always certain times of the day where the light looks best. If you've ever heard of the term golden hour, that refers to the times of the day when the sun is either rising or setting, and you get kind of that beautiful golden glow in the sky. Those are usually right as the sun is rising and setting. So depending on where you live, check for those times. Those are really ideal times for shooting outdoors. So consider that when picking your location and also the time that you're shooting your video at. Probably one of the most important things to have before your music video shoot is your shot list. Meaning a list of all of the shots that you're gonna take, either from a storyboard or you just writing out, oh, I need these kinds of shot for the shoot. And a pro tip from me, make sure your shot list is as specific as possible. The most important thing to keep in mind with your shot list is that they give you clarity. You know, exactly where in the music is this shot going to be happening? What is it that you're doing? The clearer that you can get about the exact type of shots you can be, it's gonna save you time on set. Cause say you only have 4 hours. Well, if you have all of your shots planned out, then it's gonna go a lot faster because you're gonna know exactly what you want when you get to the shoot. You're not gonna have to guess. And honestly, I stress this so much because, you know, having a shot list ahead of time is gonna save you time. If you don't come on set prepared with knowing what you're going to shoot, that is just time wasted on your part and just poor preparation. Then your music video is not going to look or go the way you want it to. You're gonna have to sort through hours worth of clips you don't even know that you're even gonna use, which again, if you're not even gonna use them, that's a waste of your time. So make sure you have everything in regards to what you're gonna shoot listed out ahead of time and as specific as possible. The next thing that you need to consider is what outfits that you're gonna wear. Now, this might kind of seem like a well, no, duh, I have to think about what I'm gonna wear. But there are some things that you need to consider when making your outfit choices. First, the weather. Again, if you're gonna be shooting outside and you know it's gonna be really cold, maybe don't pick an outfit that's a booty short and a camisole because you're gonna be freezing your butt off. Unless you're that type of person. I'm not here to judge, but for me, if I know I'm gonna be shooting outdoors in colder weather, I'm gonna wear something that's suited to the weather. You also wanna make sure you have backup outfits because nothing feels worse when you come onto a shoot and everything's going well and then suddenly something tears or you rub up against something dirty or you run into a fence or a pole. That's happened to me before. And then something tears and then your outfit is ruined and then you can't shoot anymore because you only brought one outfit. So make sure you have backup clothes to wear just in case. Also, consider how the outfit plays into the story of your music video. That can be a big role as to showing off your character or expressing how you are as an artist. Your identity on screen as a musician is something that people can connect to visually. So picking an outfit that's appropriate for your persona as well as the story involved is really important. While we're on appearances in music video, make sure you bring some extra makeup ahead of time. I would say ladies, but men, I know you wear makeup too. Makeup's not just for ladies anymore. So if you plan on wearing makeup or if you know that you perspire, you get a little extra sweaty on set, make sure to bring like a powder foundation that's matching your skin color like this when you're on shoot. And in case, again, you're sweating a lot, you can just brush up a little of that foundation and then you can kind of have a little bit more of a matte finish. Unless you're going for someone that's working out and sweating a lot, then I guess you don't need to worry about that as much. But if you want to have more of a nice clean finish, then make sure you have at least a powder foundation in your skin color. And then anything extra, maybe if you want to touch up your eyeliner or lip gloss, you don't want to get your lips too chapped, you want to make sure you have the appropriate makeup and also maybe lip balm so that everyone stays nice and looking fresh. Another thing you're going to want to consider when preparing your music video shoot is how much gear you're going to be bringing. So I know not everyone has a lot of gear, but especially if you're going to be recording things on set, for example, or you have a lot of shots with motion in them, which might require you to steady the camera a little bit more, you might want to consider bringing some gimbals or a Steadicam, making sure you have the right microphones, making sure you have enough tripods. If you're going to be using more than one camera, making sure you have the cameras, their batteries charged, and everything's functioning the way it should be. Making sure you bring backup SD cards for any cameras that are mirrorless, DSLR, those kind of things. Making sure you bring proper lighting if you know the area is not very well lit. Things like that. The last things that I want you to consider when it comes to preparing a music video both involve the way you play your music. So first, if you play an instrument, making sure everything's good to go with your instrument, there's no strings that need to be reapplied, everything's in working order, and if so, making sure those get taken care of before you take the shot. Also bringing any accessories, for me, I play clarinet, so I want to make sure I have my reeds, my mouthpiece, my ligature, and then all of the gear, that extra gear. Maybe I need a neck strap in case my arms and wrists are feeling tired or sore. And then the last thing is making sure you have your music prepared, whether that's memorized or if you're going to be reading it off the stand, make sure you have it printed out or on your iPad. If you are using technology to read your music off of a stand, make sure you bring a backup paper copy. Or if you do it memorized like I do, make sure you know what you're playing, you have all the fingerings, or you know all the lyrics that you're gonna sing beforehand, because again, that's a waste of time if you come onto set and you're not prepared to play the piece that you're making the music video for, because then what's the point? So yeah, have your music prepared, either memorized or with sheets or with iPads, and bring backups just in case. So that about covers it for this video, but I know that some of you are probably watching and thinking, oh my God, how am I gonna remember all of this stuff? Well, I got you covered, boo. I made a special music video prep checklist just for you. All you have to do is click the link in my description below. All you need is your name and your email, and then I will send you the checklist of things that you need to remember. I even left little note spaces so you can clarify the gear that you're gonna bring, as well as the date and time, and any extra little notes that you want to make sure that you're as clear as possible going into your shoot before you get there. So yeah, made that just for you. Anyways, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to this YouTube channel, leave a comment. I'd love to know what are things that you plan ahead of time before your music video shoots. Do you have any special rituals that you like to do? Or is there something that you always make sure you prepare ahead of time no matter what? I'd love to know in the comments below. Also, I wanted to let you know that my upload schedule is changing to every other Friday until like mid-November, November 13th to be specific. And that is just so I can have a little bit more time to prepare some awesome things that I'm going to be offering to my Musicians Prime peeps. So get excited. I'm gonna make some announcements about some of that as soon as 2 weeks from now, when our next video will be uploaded. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone, and until next time, I'll see you around. Bye.